Once again, we back with another broadcast. Representing for the block builders, it's your boy Bro T. And I'm going to bring my builders in and let them introduce themselves.
Lady Hurricane and B Katrina, you know who it is.
Oh yeah. It's the one and only Cam.
Yeah, man, and we coming from a little title speaking on experience is the best teacher.
Ooh.
You know, yeah, I'm going to say that one more time, man. Experience is the best teacher.
And it is.
I'm coming from scripture, James 1 and 12. And it states, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath prepared to them that love him and are called according to his purpose."
Amen.
Could y'all really just give me or could y'all really expound for the people of what that verse means to you? James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Hold up. I know we supposed to put the word first, and I really appreciate that. But before we go into that, can we give the people a little motivation, bro?
Oh,
Do
man.
your thing, man. Handle your business. Handle your business.
Already. Tell them the topic one more time.
Experience is the best teaching, man.
Experience is the best teacher. That
Best
means it's
teacher.
going to be some good, some bad, some ugly. But you got to learn from it, and your learning, you should share it. Sharing is caring, y'all.
You better know it.
Man, experience is the best teacher. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to know. And you can for sure have to go ahead and keep going on through your life.
Man, you got to know, man. Age
Experience.
don't always mean grown, man.
Ooh.
Renew your mind, man.
Daily.
Real talk.
Daily.
Real talk.
Man.
Man, life can bring about some bad situations, man. But before we talk about that, I still want y'all to expound on this scripture, man, because it
Okay.
speaks so much volume for us. James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. When he is tried.
Man.
A lot of people miss out on that part. When he is tried.
When he is tried means that it's going to happen, right?
Meaning you got to experience some things.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen.
Feel me? You're gonna have to experience some things that's
man.
gonna bring you to a point to where you're gonna have to learn some lessons. You're gonna have to take some no's. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be mad.
You got to take some licks.
You gotta
Oh,
take
man.
your lick, man. You gotta take your lick.
Licks, loss, lessons,
But after go ahead.
all that.
But after taking your lick, man, you got to know. He said he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him and are called according to his purpose. So being that you want to experience some things, man, you got to know that you experiencing these things really ain't for you. You understand me? It's for you to go to those things and uplift somebody else that might encounter something that may be just like that. But all the while, everybody building. That's the thing. That's the motive, man.
'Cause
That's the play.
think
You
about
got
it
to
with
be
a
kidded,
purpose.
man.
Build it with a purpose,
You
as
got to
always.
be. You got to be kidded, man.
Man, but think about it like this. Think about it like this. Like when you're going through a certain situation, just like you just said, you know, it's not always for you. Just imagine, I will be able to go through something that you can go through, T, and vice versa. And it's not for us. It's for me to, you know, like you said, like expound on, so I can teach you. You know, like look, this is something I've been through. Let me drop a jewel. You drop a jewel. We drop it back and forth like we building.
I'm trying to tell
Building
you.
with a purpose.
I'm trying to told you, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how they go, man. That's how they go. You got some jewels to drop, sis?
I mean, I'm just listening at y'all and y'all talking about the lessons that we learn, you know, the things that we experience and go through. But do y'all realize some of your experience could be through somebody else's peripheral, through somebody else's eyes?
Man.
Because if you tell me your story and how it went down, didn't you paint a picture and bring me to
Yeah.
where you was?
Yeah, I
Think
didn't
about
already
it.
put
I
you down.
promise you,
With the details.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
The experience is the best teacher.
I'm trying to told you, man.
Yes, it
I'm trying to told you, man. And a lot of us make choices that actually hinder our growth from actually learning from experiences that we encounter or that we might out by our decisions put ourselves in. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm gonna bring it back to the scripture, man. I got to go back to the scripture, dog. It say James 1 and 12. I'm gonna keep giving it to you because you need to know it. That word gonna register and it's gonna teach you, bro. Experience is the best teaching. But James 1 and 12 states, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." Now, with that temptation, the temptation is the experience, right? The endurance is what you need to get through the experience. But we got to break it down, man. Like, people really don't, we as a people don't, we can't fathom what endurance really means. You understand what endurance brings upon, what we gonna have to suffer for endurance. You understand me?
You know what it is?
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Endurance is what we all want in a relationship. You want it to be consistent. I mean persistent.
Yeah.
Persistent when it's bad, when it's good, they still gonna be right there.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
talking about?
Right.
That's the kind of relationship he
telling
want
you.
with you
I'm
too.
telling you, man.
So I feel you, bro. I'm with you. Come
I'm
on.
telling
now.
you, man. And with enduring those temptations, man, sometimes the temptation seems just that much hard to bear to where it feels like, man, I really don't want to go on, or you really ain't got the patience to endure endure the temptation or the tribulation that you may be facing. So I got a question, man. Well, not really a question. I want to really give y'all an example and then ask a question.
Okay.
An example of enduring temptation. Me personally, I'm speaking for myself. Me personally, I suffered from a bad attitude problem. You understand me? And
I think most can.
yeah,
including me,
most can attest to that. I suffer from a
man.
bad attitude problem, and at times when I would get angry, I would react in a way that really hindered me from actually being helped, or hinder somebody else from wanting to help me, because I was all caught up in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know how to control myself. Well, one of those bad moments where I really got angry, it hurt someone that I really cared about. Now, it had to happen in order to teach me a lesson and show me. You feel me?
That's it.
So I had to go through that, the pain of hurting someone that I loved, all because of I was in my feelings. So I had to let my feelings teach me a lesson on how to control my anger.
Pretty much like a reality
Experience
check.
is the best teacher. A reality check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you
I
had
had
to cash it.
You got to cash
Man.
it, man. You got to cash it, man. If you don't cash it, bro, you gonna be broke. I'm telling you, that check gonna go void.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to cash it no more, because one of them times might cost you your life. Don't let a 10-second decision give you 10 years, man. You'll miss out on 10 years making a 10-second decision, bro. Experience is the best teacher.
You
but
better learn.
we as a people, we neglect that, and we go off how we feel, going off our emotions, and never let the experience be the teacher. It's crazy, man. It's wild.
Well, you know, Brother Greg told us, he said, some of us think, then react, which is impulsive. Some of us react,
then think.
then think. You know, no, we said it twice.
No,
right?
think, then react, then think. You're right. 'Cause
Yeah.
If I think first, then 9 times out of 10, my reaction is gonna give me a better outcome. But
Correct.
if I just react off impulse, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something like when I told you about my anger. I reacted off impulse, off my feelings. So when I did that, then the person that I love was hurt, and they didn't understand why I was doing it. They didn't even understand where the anger was coming from. But it had to be, I was the student in the situation. It wasn't them, I was the student, because I had to show myself something. I had to come to a reality check with myself. I had to cash my own reality check.
You remember?
feel me?
You remember in school they used to
I
tell
already know
you.
what you're going to say. Think before you speak.
Yeah, they say
yeah.
that, but I wasn't even on that one. It would be who, what, when, why, where,
Right,
the
right.
5 W's or whatever.
Right.
And in a situation like this, as far as being able to think, you got to think about who you are, what you represent, whose you are. Like, must I go on? Where you at? Who watching?
Why you chosen to represent what you represent now? Why are you so in your emotions about something that really is sent here to teach you something?
to get
So,
you to the next level.
we used to get mad at the teacher, man, because the teacher give us homework. But then when it's time for the test,
We be mad.
we still mad at the teacher.
Yeah.
But we didn't. The teacher was giving us the experience so we can go home and practice on it. You understand me? But we didn't do the practice. We didn't allow the experience to give us the best teacher. Now we mad at the teacher for giving us the experience. That's crazy. We can't do that. We can't do that. We as a
Man.
people can't do that, man. We got to learn how to take self accountability, and then we can be more responsible for self. When you can take self accountability, man, you can be more responsible for your own actions, man. You real talk, man.
And that's something you ain't got to learn in class. You can learn it in the streets. You can learn it at the house. You can just learn it
Experience
because it's going to happen.
is the best teacher.
It's going to happen.
You said you don't have to be in the classroom. You can be at home. You can be in the street.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that let me know that how they say it. That furthermore let me know
Further.
that in our reality, in every situation, there is a possibility of learning.
Oh man.
So
You learn
in those
every day.
situations where we are knowledgeable in certain circumstances and situations, and it comes somebody that just appear to not know anything regarding it, at least you assume. Would you make them be quiet or would you listen?
I listen to them simply because, man, like I said in the beginning, man, age don't always mean grown. I was playing dominoes with my daughter. You understand me? And she hit me for 40. Sent me to the boneyard, hit me for 40. Taught me a lesson in bones. And my daughter is 7 years old. I'm 29. My daughter taught me something. And she's 7. You're never too old to learn from someone that's younger than you. And you're never too young to give knowledge to someone that's older than you. See, the thing about it is we take this, oh, I'm grown. But your mind ain't grown. Your body parts advanced. You got bigger. You got bigger in size. But your mind never advanced. Your mind never changed. You never got older. You never matured in the mind. That's why you got 56-year-old children. You got 15-year-old grown men. Because somewhere along the line, that 15-year-old had to experience some stuff that really just, it turned it on a switch for him. This man here, 56 years old. And his switch broken.
Oh, yeah.
His spirit over there just flipping the switch. And he going by himself. He going by his business. Because his mind ain't never renewed. Experience is the best teaching.
Exactly.
His mind never grew. So when your mind never grow, you never really give yourself the ability or the possibility to learn something that the experience could teach you. That's why experience is the best teaching. That's why I keep saying it, man. I keep putting emphasis on it because experience is the best teaching. A lot of us are experiencing some things, and then we going back and experience those same things because we never learn a lesson from it. Your hard head make a soft behind.
Oh, man.
You understand me?
True.
If my mama told me don't touch that stove, and I see that thing red, and I touch and I get burned, well, yeah, mama, you told me don't touch it, and then I go touch it again, shame on me. That experience from getting burned the first time should have taught me, but it didn't, because I think I'm too hard. I think I'm grown. I got it now. Nah, man, you ain't never too old to get help. Never. Which leads me to a question, y'all. Now, we know that blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life to which the Lord hath prepared to them that love him and are called according to his purpose. But while enduring that temptation, what would you say, what would y'all say that really would give endurance an uplift? Give a word that would you say that would kind of give endurance an uplift?
A word that would, for uplifting.
It's really like you can't have one without the other.
Right. It's
simple.
Pain.
Patience, baby.
patience.
I was
Patience.
pain.
You got to have patience to endure some things, because you can have endurance only for a minute. You understand me? But if you can be patient and endurance and have endurance, that's just like working out. Man, I can endure 3, 4, 5 reps. Oh, Lord, but I ain't patient enough to do 3 reps of 10. I ain't got it like that, buddy. I can do these little 5 and go on, get up out the way. Oh, that's it. I can't take no more. Or I can fight through the pain, like you said. You feel me? The pain, the patience, and the endurance. And I can really see something. I can actually see some results. I can start to see my hard work that I'm doing actually pay off. You understand me? That's why experience brings the best teaching. If you never get out there and have the experience, man, you'll never be taught. You'll just be lost.
You don't see the sunshine until after you come out of the storm.
Man, I'm trying
And so
to told
you gotta know, that rainy days don't always last. You know what I mean? You gotta know that even the pain don't always last. It is a time for healing. It's a time, for everything according to where you coming from.
It's a time for everything under the sun, man. Ecclesiastes 3:1 if y'all ain't reading y'all Bible. But with the experience, I want to talk about more challenges with the experience. You understand me? Now, it's like a little game. I want to get y'all involved. You know what I'm saying? I want to, y'all try to participate while if y'all listening to this. The challenge is, if you've had an experience that challenged you mentally or physically, whether it's dealing with coworkers or school in real life, raise one hand.
Okay. My hand up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you failed some of them experiences and got out of your character, meaning you got angry, you got frustrated, raise your other hand.
I ain't got no more hand. No.
Okay. If you've been challenged by someone, or if you've been challenged to endure an experience on someone else's behalf, raise your leg.
Okay.
What we playing, Twister?
If you've had
Look, we trying to endure this.
how many of those times in those situations that you had to endure, you actually wanted to pray? And if it's been none, raise both legs. It done set you down, didn't it? That's what the experience is going to do to you sometimes. It's going to set you down. It's going to teach you a lesson that you really need to learn. You really need to absorb, because next time the lesson might not be so easy. You understand me? You might sit down and you might not get back up.
Nah, you went into that set you down, didn't it? But the whole point of it all was you off both of your feet.
Yeah.
You ain't got no other choice but to sit down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So in
yeah.
those situations, when you sit down and you get that moment to yourself and do a self-reflect,
Man.
okay.
Yeah, I should have did this here. I should have did this the right way. I know I was wrong. Self-accountability. You can be more responsible for your decisions that you make regarding yourself. You understand me? Teach yourself a lesson. Don't let the lesson teach you. You teach yourself a lesson. Don't let the lesson teach you, man. You understand me? Don't get down. Better keep on pushing, baby. I'm trying to told you. What you got, Brother Cam?
I just feel like when it comes to experience and self-evaluation, that actually reminded me of like going through college. Like at the end of the semester, every semester they do a teacher evaluation. So it's pretty much all the experiences that you been through. They ask you, how can I improve as a teacher, or how did you what were your experiences through this class? Like what did you learn? Like what did you build? What did you
You
what do
just
take with you?
reminded me. That was a deliverable I never got around to. I just got out of training and I was supposed to. That ain't funny.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, see, I'm glad I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Experience.
So yes. So it's like at the end of every single time that we go through experience, we have to always remind ourselves, okay, since this experience is done, what is my lesson? Like what have I learned from this? What have I gained from this? What is the experience that is being taught?
How can you apply it?
Exactly. Since, because possibly there could be a next time of something like this. It could happen. So, if I'm prepared for it, I'm good.
Well, my mindset is every place in life that we actually experience is to prepare us for the next place in life.
Oh, yeah.
I lost my little brother in 2007. I remember asking my mom, I said, Mom, do you think it's harder for a mom to lose their kid or the sibling losing their
sibling?
Yeah, and her words was it would be the sibling. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't understand, but her perspective was because they do everything, they grow up together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here it is now, bounce back a few years later, now I done lost mom. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I've experienced both pain, but because that was pain and traumatic, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm prepared for this, you know what I mean? Because keep in mind, that was the closest thing. Mama was the closest thing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just on a job, I remember being in a position where they basically, it was a salary paid job. They cut it and said that it was hourly. I'm like, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I'll take it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Only because they said in 3 months, the job for the salary will come up. Well, in 3 months, they hired somebody else on the outside, and I'm on the inside, and I done been trained to do the job. Mm-hmm. Wow, okay? Mm-hmm. So here it is now. I leave this job and go to another job. you get in a position for them to do cutbacks. And all I could think about, dang, I had this happen a few years ago. You know what
That's
I'm
an
saying?
experience.
And so guess what? When he called me in the office to tell me, and you know, I got some bad news, and I'm just looking at him. I'm saying, you know what? I understand. Everybody got a boss. Though we don't understand, everybody have some decisions they have to make. You know, I appreciate you though, man. In your pain, you gotta give words of encouragement to somebody that gotta be the bad news barrier. But it was your life experiences and lessons allowed you to be strong enough to deliver it.
You know, I have to speak for myself because I often find myself sometimes doing this. Like when those experiences come and I meet that decision, like that evaluation, I have to evaluate everything that had happened to bring me to this situation. When I evaluate that, and the questions that it's questions that come up in my mind, and the one question is like, oh Lord, oh not now. But then I have to switch it. I have to switch my perspective. I'll be like, well, why not now? You know what I'm saying? Or
No, what about what in when?
yeah.
Because when you don't want to be anticipating it either.
Yeah. Or the why now? You know what I'm saying? Why has got to why at this point in time, Lord, come on now, Lord. Now I done had all this happen and now this wanna happen.
Yeah.
You understand me?
I understand that one.
Or now what now, man? What man, what now, man? What else can happen?
You know what's crazy
understand
though?
me?
You know,
Yeah.
it's not to interfere with what you're saying, but I think about it like this: for those experiences, just like with a job, we have to put it on a resume. Put that thing on a resume. Every
That's my
experience.
track record.
Man, I'm
Every
trying to
experience,
told you,
every
man.
experience
I'm
you
trying
go
to told you,
through.
man.
Everyone,
I'm
every
trying
single
to
experience
told
you go
man.
through, just like
Real
on a resume,
deal, man.
experience
Yeah.
in experiencing anxiety,
Real
experience,
deal,
you know,
man.
in depression, you know, but that's overcoming. That's everything that you have overcame. You
Yeah.
know, everything
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been through. You know, sadness, but it's also, you know, like I'm applying for this job. I'm applying for, you know, losing someone. I've applied for, you know, this, that, and the third. Whatever happens, whatever the experience comes, I've already got this on my resume. I'm good. I already got that. I'm already take care of that. It's simple.
You know what I thought about y'all? All honestly, name a person that was not born with a silver spoon that didn't have to get it out of the mud.
Name
Name
someone
someone
that was not
that
born with a
didn't-
silver
yeah.
spoon that had to get it out the
And
mud. Tyler Perry.
didn't have to get it out the mud.
and
Okay, I was
didn't
gonna
have to
say-
get it out
So
the mud.
all I'm saying
say, no, you
is
can't. There's
the
nobody.
process sometimes is dirty.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
But if you just keep on coming, see the roots stay in the ground, and you want it to be planted, and you want it to be
Man,
fertile,
come on, man.
and you want it to be as
Yeah.
beautiful as it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Y'all heard about the rose in the concrete.
Man, the one that grew from the concrete.
You feel me? And so
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. I don't know nobody that wants something that didn't have to get it out of the mud. Again, all situations in most cases are dirty.
Man. You
Just
got
like,
to,
you know, just like
got
with
to
the
be that
roots.
rose grew from that concrete.
And I feel like this. When it comes to roots, I feel like the seed itself is the work. But then when the seed starts to grow, like the roots, you know how it come down and then go up? I feel like the roots is the experience. Like the experience is going to, you know, the experience you go through is going to be deep. It's going to hurt. Nobody going to see it but you. But it's going to hurt.
And it's
not
gonna keep
feel
you
right.
playing it. Ooh.
But then,
Go ahead.
So the moment where it's just like, you know, I've gone through these experiences, I've gone through this, I'm still got all these roots. But then the moment where it's just like, oh, something changing. Wait. I'm lifting, I'm building. I'm the uplifter. I'm the block builder. I'm the one with purpose. I'm building with purpose. I'm doing all this. And you just looking around, all of a sudden you like, what?
Man,
You know
This
what
it?
though?
Go
Y'all
ahead,
listen
go
to
ahead,
this.
go ahead.
And we saying this though. How many people y'all know that say I'm the black sheep of the family?
Ooh.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me tell you something. And for those of you that worked in a job that's like operations, you know what I'm saying? You got to make it work, right?
Right.
That's operations. You're making it work. So
And I'm still hungry.
So exactly, but look, so you for real in operations we making it work, right?
Right.
And what I learned is on every team as a supervisor, on every team we have outliers. When you think of outliers, in most cases we think negative, right?
Right.
But if the bar been set, that means you can have outliers that's above the bar or below the bar. So as that outlier, that black sheep that you call yourself to be, you need to determine whether or not you're going to be above the bar or below the bar. And so, exactly. And so when you know where you lie and where you stand, if you above the bar, then guess what? You ain't going to act like you beneath it.
Man, you gonna carry yourself different, man.
Oh, okay.
That's a renewal of the mind.
Okay.
You understand me?
That's the life experiences y'all talking about.
Knowing your
Yeah.
situation, and still reassuring yourself, renewing your mind, because your mind gonna play tricks on you, bro. You are your own worst critic. I just want to let you know.
I know I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
You
hard
are
on
your
myself.
own worst critic, and your mind
I
is gonna
overcomplicate
tell
things
you
so much.
this ain't enough. You think people really gonna like that? You think people really gonna be with you for this? Oh
Man.
man, you think you really doing good, bro? Oh man, that ain't good. You just got a little certificate. Oh man, you think you just graduated college? You think you everything?
It's
But
just the
you the
beginning,
first
man.
person
This
to do
ain't
it in
it.
your family. You understand me?
That's
the
another
black
thing.
sheep.
Guess what? And that's why you gotta be encouraged. Because
Man,
at the
I'm
end of the
telling
day, when you are outlier, you are outlier. You are an outlier that's geared for whatever direction you want to go.
You want to know what the thing about out is? Everybody can see you.
Ooh. Say that again. Say
Yeah,
that
I'm
again.
trying to told
Say
you,
it again,
man.
say
The
it again
thing
for the
about
ones in the
being
back.
out is everybody can see you, cuz. If you in the highs, man, I can't see what you got going on, man. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you got going on through your mind. I don't know what you're planning on doing. I don't know what your plans is, how you succeed. But if I'm on the outside, man, I got people looking at me, man. Now I got to give you something to talk about. Whether it be, well, it's gonna have to be positive, baby. I can't have you out here doing no negativity. But it's got to be positive, so I'm gonna give you something positive to talk about. But it's gonna be negative to them because a hater is nothing but a secret lover who can't do the things that you're doing.
Oh my. Oh my.
Jews, baby, you got to be kidded. That's the kid. You got to be kidded up, man. A hater is nothing but a secret lover who loves the things that you doing, but just don't have the capability or the possibility of being nice enough to tell you.
I feel like that's an R&B, like that's a line.
A little
like,
song or
that's some of the
something.
song,
Yeah,
but
that's the, I patent that. You hear me? T patent that. Brother T. Yeah, you heard it here first,
there
folks.
it is.
Real talk, man. But yeah, back on this experience, man. In life, you got to learn and you have to know that life will happen and it will not stop happening just because you have a bad experience. But when you have a bad experience is when you can make the best out of life and really start to succeed and see the further things that you want to advance in life, the things that you want to see, the things that you want for your family, you want for your children. Maybe you want to show that, hey, your granny passed and you want to show, hey, grandma, look, I'm still doing it. I want you to be proud of me. Wherever the case may be, if it be on a job, if it be at school, if you be at home, you be in church, be the best you that you can be, bruh. Let your experiences, what you teach you a lesson and don't let the lesson teach you, dog. Real talk.